Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Teresa Giudice's husband, Ruelas, hit with multi-million-dollar tax lien. REONJOG, Teresa Giudice's husband, Ruelas has been hit with a multi-million-dollar tax lien. He has been in trouble in the past with his businesses, but what brought this lien on? More so, can he work his way out of it? Keep reading for more details. When Teresa Giudice started dating Ruelas, RHONG viewers and her co-stars just wanted to see her happy. She had been through a lot with her ex-husband, Joe Giudice, including prison time. Therefore, they hoped she would be smarter this time around. Unfortunately, Louis began to rub people the wrong way as he appeared very controlling. More than that, he acted like he was zen, but then flipped at the drop of a hat. His attitude continued to be off-putting, especially in season 14. He came after Margaret Joseph's son and said this: "I hope her if son suffers the way I suffered, the way other people in our family suffered, dealing with a woman like that." Louis and Teresa believed that Margaret had been talking with his ex, but it was actually Jackie Goldschneider who was the culprit. Regardless, this was an awful look for Louis and made many fans never want to see him again. Now, his world has been hit hard again as he was hit with a $2.5 million tax lien. He owes this money in taxes to the state, and it just adds to his bad financial track record. Louis previously was sued for $300,000, and one of his companies went bankrupt. There were also allegations of hiring Bo Dietl to investigate Teresa's RHONJ co-stars. This came to a head at the season 13 reunion, and the cast could not believe how twisted this was. Some may recall that, in the last season, rumors flew that Louis was going through all of Teresa Giudice's money. She claimed he was worth more than her, but that seems fleeting and false. This makes sense as to why she is on board for whatever Bravo will hand her. After learning about how much Ruelas owed to the state, were any RHONG fans shocked? Or were they waiting for the other shoe to drop? Of course, there were jokes about how this was likely the fault of Teresa Giudice's castmates, but that's obviously not true. I'm sure it's Melissa or Marge's fault. That makes sense why Teresa and Gia keep doing TikTok lives. They need to make that money seriously. She will continue to stand 10 toes down, because she will never admit marrying the first man who paid attention to her after her divorce was a mistake. I bet she's wishing for a prenup now. Teresa did not want a prenup when she married Louis, but that may have been a mistake. However, she has always fiercely defended him and his behavior no matter what he has done. Hopefully, this tax lien does not put her and her children in jeopardy. Are you at all surprised about this happening to Louis, or were you waiting for the other shoe to drop? Finally, should they be on season 15 of RHONJ? Let us know in the comments below. Teresa Giudice's husband, Ruelas, hit with multi-million-dollar tax lien. In a world where headlines often move faster than the latest trends, the latest news about Ruelas, Teresa Giudice's husband, has caught the attention of both fans and critics alike. The reality star, who has been making waves in the tabloids ever since his relationship with the Real Housewives of New Jersey star became public, now finds himself at the center of a financial storm. Reports have surfaced that Ruelas, who is known for his entrepreneurial ventures, has been hit with a multi-million-dollar tax lien. The news, which has certainly raised eyebrows across the country, highlights the complicated financial and personal lives of reality stars, who often live out their most private moments for the world to see. But how did Ruelas, a man who has appeared to have it all, end up tangled in such a legal and financial web? Ruelas, the man behind the headlines, before becoming the center of a media storm as the husband of Teresa Giudice, Ruelas was already known in certain circles as an entrepreneur and businessman. He co-founded the digital marketing company Digital Media Solutions in 2012, a company that has been successful in leveraging data-driven strategies to connect brands with their target customers. His business acumen and success in the industry made him an attractive partner to Teresa, whose own business ventures have been widely covered in the media. However, it seems that while Ruelas has been making moves in the business world, his personal finances have been facing some serious issues. The recently filed tax lien against him points to a troubling picture of unpaid tax obligations that have continued to pile up over time. And how did it affect Luis Ruelas? A tax lien is a legal claim placed by the government on an individual's property when that person fails to pay their taxes. It's a situation that can affect both personal and professional assets. The lien can remain in place until the taxes owed are paid in full, and it may prevent an individual from selling or refinancing their property. Essentially, it serves as a form of legal leverage, forcing the debtor to settle their outstanding obligations with the IRS before they can continue with their personal or business transactions. In Ruelas' case, the multi-million-dollar tax lien has not only raised questions about his financial management, but also painted a troubling picture of his tax history. The exact details of the lien have not been fully disclosed to the public, but the mere fact that a lien has been placed on his assets suggests a serious financial oversight or problem with his tax filings. The financial turmoil is made all the more complex by the fact that Ruelas has an entire family, including his wife, Teresa Giudice, who could be affected by these ongoing issues, as Teresa is no stranger to financial difficulties herself, having gone through her own legal troubles in the past. The new tax lien represents another chapter in the turbulent financial stories that have followed this couple since they began their public relationship. Teresa Giudice's role. What does she know? While the spotlight is currently on Luis Ruelas, many people are left wondering how much Teresa Giudice, his wife, knows about the financial storm brewing in her husband's life. After all, Teresa herself has faced financial troubles in the past, including a 2014 prison sentence for tax fraud. She and her former husband, Joe Giudice, were convicted of using fraudulent documents to hide income from the IRS, a case that captured the attention of the media for years. After serving her sentence, Teresa has since rebuilt her life, appearing on the Real Housewives of New Jersey and embarking on various business ventures. Her relationship with Ruelas has been portrayed as a supportive and loving one, with many fans hoping that he could be the positive influence Teresa has long deserved. However, the emergence of this new financial setback raises questions about whether Ruelas has been upfront with his wife about the severity of his financial issues. Given their history, where financial instability has been a central theme, it's possible that Teresa may be caught off guard by the tax lien. But it's also possible that she knew about it and chose to continue with the relationship, understanding the complexities of managing finances and relationships in the public eye. Public perception and media backlash. When you're a reality TV star or a public figure, anything related to your personal life is fair game for the media. And the tax lien against Ruelas has certainly made headlines across tabloids and news outlets. People had expressed a variety of opinions about the situation, with some sympathizing with the couple and others using it as fuel to criticize them. For many, this news is just another chapter in a long-running series of financial missteps for celebrities who seem to flaunt their wealth, only to later be exposed for their financial instability. Reality TV stars, in particular, are often seen as living in a world where the glitz and glamour mask deeper, more troubling issues. And for Teresa and Luis, this new financial issue adds to the ongoing narrative that surrounds them. However, there are those who are quick to defend the couple. Given that Ruelas has built a successful business empire and is an active entrepreneur, some see the tax lien as a mere hiccup in an otherwise promising career. It's important to remember that business owners, especially those dealing with large amounts of money and complicated financial arrangements, can sometimes face challenges when it comes to tax filings. The pressures of managing multiple ventures, investments, and personal expenses may lead to mistakes or oversights. In this case, many fans are hoping that Ruelas will be able to resolve the issue without too much further fallout. After all, they've seen him and Teresa build a life together, and many want to see them continue to thrive despite the challenges they faced. The road ahead for Luis Ruelas and Teresa Giudice. As for what's next for Luis Ruelas, only time will tell how he addresses this financial hurdle. Whether he faces additional legal consequences or can work out a resolution with the IRS remains to be seen. One thing is clear, though, this tax lien will likely follow him around for some time, with the media and public continuing to monitor the situation. For Teresa Giudice, this new setback could be another test of her resilience. Having survived her own tumultuous financial past, she may be well equipped to handle the storm that is brewing around her husband.